So the day after, I don't think it's going to yield perfect results. Some areas I already see potential flaking, but we'll see once we really run it for a while. Even after having been baked, the paint job is very sensitive. In the moments where you're not thinking and you move the exhaust around and then the retainer plate slides back, drives you mad. How sensitive you have to become all of a sudden with the exhaust. It's almost like you can't avoid with those sliders. You chip off the paint like that, unfortunately. But as long as it doesn't flake off as bad as when we cured it on the bike. Since I'm not using the original bolt that came with the spacer for the exhaust, because without the spacer it would almost stick into the tire, so we'll get a shorter one on there. Man, it sure is nice having a proper bash plate now. Might as well sort out the washable air filter over here. So the downside of this system is that now I have to carry these two with me. Takes up space, but still better than a bulky backup air filter. And we'll have to see how much dirt really pulls when off-roading. So let's see how this works. This is the cleaner, this is the oil. Allow oil to wick for approximately 20 minutes. There's a new word, wick. I'm familiar with that one, but I'll take it has something to do with letting it cure or dry. Got two heat shields here too now, all baked. This one wasn't baked yet, and this is still what I did down south in Tui. So let's put those on, and this time I'm gonna make it nice and snug and permanent. Very short bolt. Especially this one is the problem one. Can't go into deep, that's why I'm using really short ones. But it should be just perfect for this. Uh-oh. No. Yeah, this thread is no good. Won't grab. Maybe just too short. It would grab when it was the longer ones. It might actually just be too short. So I'm gonna try this one. Now, this one, which has a different head. But, you know, I'm kind of running out of bolts and washers. See, and this one's too long. So it does look like I got a Imperial here. So Imperial will lock up, and here's the Allen bolt, which is metric, but also locks up. Probably it's all about that, how that early thread latches on, because it's such a short thread in there. But there's still hope. See, this bolt sits snug in there. Let's see what happens if we cut it down a bit to make it fit. I cut down the Allen key one because it didn't work with the other bolt, and that one tightens without a washer. An Allen key bolt for this one too, while I already have a regular bolt that would fit perfectly here, but I want to try and be consistent. I don't recommend what I just did to anyone to do that. I have to move this one a bit, see if it still will go in. Oh shit. Alright. So that was worth a try, but that's not going to work, unfortunately. So I'm going to leave this heat shield off for now. On to the next patient then, which is also probably going to test my patience. The hole's not aligning up nicely, of course. Well, so I can't get any of the heat shields on. All the threads but one are messed up. It's not like you can get a thread insert in there. Bit of a useless morning so far. Anticlimax, but at least we have progress on where I want to put that fuel pump. And the right hand side, it's the exhaust side. All the sweet spots won't work, but it has to go up in here. I can do something with the frame. Hell, in the worst case, I could zip tie it pretty nicely. It's got and the exit behind the tank here can go straight fuel line, and then the side here needs like a 90-degree bend, maybe another one. But we can do something from there, I reckon. Yeah, never ridden one of these before.
Be just first time.
Let's do that.